Joe Adams, how crazy was Tuesday night?
Yeah, it was a crazy game. I thought we started well the first 10 minutes. I thought, yeah, we came out well, controlled the ball, and then I think it was maybe their first attack. They broke forward and got the goal. And after that, we struggled to take control of the game again. Thankfully, Guion got a good goal before half time, and then second half, I thought after their goal, we started to control it. Started to play some really good stuff going forward, especially some good goals. And then when we got it back to 3-3, I thought we had a good chance to go on and get the winner. Guion had a good chance, just wide. But yeah, it just wasn't our day in the end.
With your comeback record recently, was it the case that you thought, 3-3, we're going to win this?
Yeah, I thought so. Being out there on the pitch, I thought, as I said, we were controlling it, creating the better chances at that time. But unluckily, they just broke forward and got their goal.
So terrific going forward, and you were part of that, you know, the layoff for the goal. But defensively, there's a lot of work to be done, isn't there?
Yeah, it's just some lapse of concentration. Balls in the box, I think we speak about it most weeks. I think that's what 4 of their goals were, just a cross coming in the box. It's not all down to the defenders, to be fair. It's the whole team. Midfielders have track runners as well, that's myself included. So I think we've got a couple of days training now to work on that going into Sunday's game.
So going into Sunday at Salford, is it still going to be that attacking mentality?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the way the manager wants to play. I think it's just making sure in the moments when the ball comes in the box, both ends of the pitch, to be fair, I think we could have been more clinical in their box, and then defending our box, I think we could be a lot better as well.
So on the back of that defeat and then the previous defeat at home to Wrexham, do you start thinking about this being kind of a must-win game to stay in that playoff pack?
Yeah, well, the manager said after the game the other night, probably 6 wins could get us in the playoffs potentially. So we've got 9 games left, and I think this is definitely one that we should be aiming to get all 3 points from.
From your perspective, being on loan here, is it a great learning curve to suffer these sort of setbacks and sort of the juggling the mentality of attack and defence, that sort of thing as well?
Yeah, 100%. Learning so much every game. I thought from the other day, maybe a point away from home is not a bad result. As you said, as a group, we always want to get all 3 points and push for the win. So maybe could have not sat back, but tried controlling the ball instead of maybe making it into like a basketball game, backwards and forwards. But it's just something to learn from, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's the risk, isn't it? You get a point, but potentially you're going to get 3, aren't you? You end up with none, but that's the gamble, isn't it?
Yeah, especially the end of the season, every point's vital. So I think it was the right decision to go for all 3. I think the momentum of the game was in our favour, but as I said, it just wasn't to be.
A word about Guion Edwards. He was something else, wasn't he?
Yeah, great player. Obviously, I was at Wigan with him. You can see his quality. Now he's getting back fit. Got us back into the game single-handedly. A run from the halfway line, a good goal, and then got the equaliser as well.
So yeah, you know what he's got in him.
Yeah. He was doing his pre-ab with the under-21s, so I know Guion quite well. I've got a good relationship on the pitch as well.
And I guess being a young player, you learn from him then, and you're learning from him now.
Yeah, it was great to have him when I first came in, a familiar face. It's tough coming into a new group, but yeah, he's helping me out like every week, just telling me stuff on and off the pitch. Yeah, he's been a great help.
Salford got a decent result on Thursday night, didn't they, against Stockport? Going to be a different kind of game?
Yeah, well, every game's a tough game. I think we're going to go through their clips, how they play in a minute. But yeah, it's going to be another tough game.
You said you're learning all the time on this loan spell. How do you think it's going? Do you see improvements in your own game?
Yeah, I think I'm getting more relaxed on the ball. So yeah, I like to take people on. I think I'm doing that more now. I think it's just the goals and the assists need to start coming now. Making them chances, goals in the final third.
And is it decision making as well? Because that's the thing I've spotted from you from when you first joined. Already, there's an improvement in that.
Yeah, it's just being relaxed when you get into them chances to just take your time and then pick the right option if it's a shot or a pass.
And is it a world away playing League Two football?
What do you mean by that? Sorry?
From what you did before,
right.
Playing first team football, EFL
yeah,
football.
Big difference. Obviously, the crowd. It's great. It's a great feeling when, as you say, the comebacks have been incredible, haven't they? And then the football itself, a lot more physical, a lot more quicker. You can't take as many touches on the ball in the middle of the pitch. So yeah, it's quite a big difference.
So how do you see the playoff picture now? It seems to be permanently Morecambe just below the line, no matter what the result and what the score, just below the line. How do you see things?
Oh, there's so many teams that are fighting for that final 7th spot. As you said, every time we seem to lose, the other teams around us lose as well. So I think we're only 3 points behind with a game in hand. So I think every game's massive coming up into the last couple of games.
Get money for your old phone, MazumaMobile.com.